Alright lads, so the movie 3 Resurrections have already been announced. Obviously they are going to be coming out sometime next week, but we do have the data mine skills. What have they been getting? What are they going to be getting? Let's find out. Now unfortunately on the BBS simulator, they aren't on the site just yet, so we have to look at a different kind of way of doing this. I will just put the skills on screen. Haven't seen them just yet, so I'm excited to see what they are going to be picking up. So let's start off with Shuren. Now we did kind of already make a prediction video on what I want to see them get, but just for the sake of the video, let's do it very quickly and say what these characters do deserve. Now, Shuren, quite frankly, he's going to get shafted. He has Bombardment, and as far as characters with Bombardment have gone, they don't get Flurry because now characters can get that, and they don't get Frenzy either. So, that means this character can basically just get nothing. He's going to keep the Berserker, he's probably going to keep the Bruiser, and it's not going to improve the character whatsoever. He might get a tad bit better, but he's already basically unusable. That being said, though, he is a damage taken minus 16% link, so at the very least, he might be a very useful link. So let's see what he actually does pick up upon resurrecting. So looking at Shuren, we can see that he did pick up strong attack recharge time when it comes to the soul trait, which again, he already has 16 DR. DR and recharge is still a very niche skill. It's not that useful, but it is nice to have. It makes him a better character per se, because again, he is kind of a hybrid. He kind of likes to have high attack SPs, blah blah. But again, I don't think this is what people wanted it to be. I think people would have preferred to have non-attack damage. The technique attribute does have access to a lot of NAD and DR already, so it's not that big of a deal personally, but I just think that I don't necessarily think he got a bad upgrade. I think what happened is that the way the character was designed, with the way they do resurrections, he just really had no hope. Looking at his skills though, his Berserker stayed the same, he still had Bombardment, his Bruiser went up by 10%, not that big of a change. Debilitator is the same, Fire Duration, Sprinter +1, but he did pick up Weakened Defense. And you know what, for as far as characters like this does go, that's what you basically want. He's a nuke. That's the main thing what you're going to be doing with this character, is just nuking with his Soul Bomb. Now, if hard GQ didn't exist, this would have been a very good upgrade, but unfortunately it does, and that means even in there, you can't really use him. But if for some reason you have this character max transcended, and you want to use them in the normal difficulty of GQ, you can do that. He's going to nuke very hard, because Bombardment with weakened defense does mean he can nuke considerably hard. But again, with the way the character was set up, he really had no hope. I'm not going to say it was necessarily a bad resurrection. It's because it's just quite average. They just done what they can do with the character. Again, with the rules they have out in players, with the way they resurrect character from Bombardment, he really had no hope to begin with. So I'm not really disappointed. It's just indifferent kind of feeling. It's whatever. But let's move on to the next character. Moving on from Shuren though, let's talk about Kokuto, because as we all know, when it came to movie characters, the original 12 from the first 4 rounds, Kokuto was considered the best one, and until recently, until characters started to get Havoc, he was considered one of the best speed characters in the game. And you know what, with this resurrection, he has hope. Now the problem with the first 2 rounds of resurrections with movie 1 and 2, they already had Havoc. So they couldn't get more Havoc, right? Because they already had it. Now this character already has very good strong attack range, but he doesn't have Havoc. So I'm really hopeful here he picks up Havoc, but I don't think that's going to be the case. What I think he's going to pick up is strong attack damage on the Soul Trait, and maybe even not, because we just received it with Toshiro, but I'm really hoping he does pick up strong attack damage. I think he does deserve it. If there's one character to do justice in this batch, it's going to be this character right here. And in terms of the skills, everything's pretty much to the max. You can't really ask for better skills when it comes to a character like this at his day and age. I'm probably expecting him to get Berserker, but I'm really hoping they don't give him Berserker, give him the strong attack damage on the link, and then give him the Havoc when it comes to the skills. So let's see what he does get. So when it comes to the skills, he got strong attack damage plus 16%. That's exactly what you want to get for a character like this. Okay, so even if you don't want to use this character, he's now going to be a very useful link. Recharge and 16 sides. We also have the Ichigo, who's also like that. He has a 25 side and 10% SAR. And then we now have the movie 2 Toshiro, who is also strong attack recharge and strong attack damage. So if you have these 3 characters now, lads, you can use them to power up your speed characters to make sure that they're getting the recharge and they're also getting all that juicy strong attack recharge. When it comes to the skills, he has Bruiser plus 40% now, so it went up by 20%, which is kind of interesting, not that big of a deal. Debilitator plus 5, Devastation, Frenzy, and Havoc! They did it! They absolutely did it! Oh my god! Oh my god, this character's insane. This character's insane now. Oh my god. What a resurrection, lads. Oh my god. Unfortunately, again, he doesn't have the Berserker, but I honestly didn't have hope they were going to do that to him. I'm shaking. I'm genuinely shaking, lads. He got the Havoc. So just to show the strong attacks he does have, right? So going into his SA1, a 475 lunge. Every character nowadays has that, right? If you don't have a beam, you have a lunge forward, right? Or the range collision beam. His SA2 is at 800 AoE. Is now 960. Oh my god. And then when it comes to his SA3, it's not the best strong attack 3, but it's still good. It's 1000 into a 675, which is now going to be a 1200 into like an 800-ish kind of strong attack 3. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. If you have this character duped out, congratulations, boys, because this is a good character. This is a resurrection to talk about. Oh my god. Very simple. Very simple what he got. Strong attack damage on the link, and then the Havoc on the skill. I am absolutely speechless. I did not expect for them to do that again. Going to it, I knew he was going to be a kind of a good resurrection because of how good he already is, but I was really thinking they were going to give him the strong attack damage and not the Havoc, but they did. They did, and he's amazing. He's such a good character. Oh my god. We should have ended on him. Honestly, we should have ended on him. So last character to talk about now is the Ichigo, so let's jump straight to him. By the way, lads, there is some background noise. I do apologize for that. Hopefully you can't hear it. But now let's talk about the movie 4 Free Ichigo. I forgot what number it is now. I believe it's movie 4. The HELLVERSE characters, right? So let's see what he does pick up. So we already can see normal attack damage plus 25%. I'm hoping he picks up Recharge, because he does have a Vortex, and I really want more NAD and Recharge Soul Traits, because I think they're very good combinations that we haven't really seen much of, especially for NAD characters that do have boost strong attacks. It would be very nice to have more Soul Traits like that. I could see him picking up DR, which would be okay. I don't know. I personally just don't want him to see pick up DR. I think that'd be the best case scenario for a lot of other people, but I really want to see him pick up Recharge. When it comes to the skills, though, Berserker plus 30%, whatever. Bruiser plus 50%. Obviously, we're really hoping that gets removed in exchange for Flurry, but it would be even better if he keeps that and also gets Flurry. And then Devastation plus 40 and Sprinter plus 1. I think he could pick up 2 skills here, so I'm really hoping for Flurry, and then maybe Weaken Defense, maybe Weaken Attack. Let's just see what he does. Weaken Defense would actually be pretty nice on this character, I'm not even gonna lie, because he already does Weaken. So let's see what he does pick up on his Resurrection. Alright, so when it comes to the Soul Trait, he got Weaken Duration minus 55%. And you know what? I'm not even going to say that's a shafted Soul Trait. I did mention, I believe I actually called that in my last video like a week or two ago, when I did make a video saying they are going to get in their Resurrections. We already have a pretty decent set of skills or Soul Traits when it comes to non-attack damage plus DR, so I don't think he necessarily needed it. It's already oversaturated to a certain extent. But the Weaken Defense is actually pretty good. Again, for a lot of people out there, this might be a throwaway skill, but do keep in mind is that we're talking about Guild Quest, right? When it comes to the hard difficulty of GQ, we need more Soul Traits like this, where it comes to normal attack or strong attack recharge plus weaken duration, paralysis duration, because it looks like we have a lot of those, but we really don't, especially when you're trying to get the link swap bonus with matching links, right? So normal attack damage plus weaken duration is actually a very good combination of Soul Traits when it comes to the hard difficulty of GQ. So I'm not necessarily going to complain about that. I actually think it's very good, and I think it's actually better than normal attack damage plus DR, because again, we already have a lot of those links that we don't need more. We don't need 4 normal attack damage plus DR Soul Traits. What we do need more of is Soul Traits like this, normal attack damage plus a status element, in this case weaken duration. And when it comes to his skills, he got Berserker plus 30%, Debilitator plus 5, Devastation plus 40, Flurry, Long Reach plus 20%, and Sprinter plus 1. So I did call that. They were going to give him 2 skills, but lads, he got Flurry. Oh my god. What another resurrection. And I was expecting him to get weakened defense or attack, but they gave him something better and gave him longer reach. Are you mad? That's absolutely insane. These 2 resurrections went hard. Shuren got the massive card, but again, we expected that, right? But Kokuto got exactly what he needed. Strong attack damage on the Soul Trait, plus the Havoc. God damn. And then I don't think he needed the long reach. It's better that he does, because now if you look at here, he has a 375 attack, right? Let me just quickly check. Yeah, so 375. That long reach is now going to give him a 450 range on his NAD string. Again, he doesn't have guard break, but you can't expect characters to get guard break when they only just started handing out Flurry. But when it comes to NAD-based characters that don't have guard break, so majority of them, there's only like 5 or 6 characters in the game right now that do have guard break, this is definitely one of the better ones. And it's crazy to say that, considering that he came out like 3 years ago, and when he did come out, he was considered a shafted character. So, Ichigo fans, HELLVERSE Ichigo fans, rejoice, because this is a joyous occasion. Kokuto and Ichigo are hands down one of the best resurrections to date. I might have to do a tier list or a top 10 on resurrection characters, because right now, this is exciting, and this is what I miss, right? Talking about resurrections have always been a fun thing to talk about, because in certain cases, they do get treated very nicely, and we're in a time right now where these characters are getting the stuff they do deserve. So in 2 weeks' time, we are going to be getting the Fade to Black movie get their resurrections. Really hoping the Shizuru, whatever you call them, and we could go check them. The Dark Rookie, I'm really hoping picks up Havoc, because, you know, considering that the Kokuto picked up Havoc, I think there's actually hope for this character to get it too, especially if she gets strong attack damage on the Soul trait. When it comes to Homura and Shizuku, quite frankly, they just need Flurry. That's all they need, and I'm really hoping that's the case, because it'll be very fun to play around with a Switch character that has long reach, and they switch between being a melee character to a ranged character. So that would be very fun to use that, while also having Flurry, making them actually usable. So really hoping they pick up Flurry. And when it comes to the third character, Kisuke, again, he also just needs Flurry too, but I'd be very surprised if they throw out 2 Flurries in one resurrection batch, because he's also an ad-based character. I think he has actually the best chance to get Flurry, considering the skills that he does have. So we're going to have to wait and see, but god damn, what a resurrection batch that was. Ichigo, Kokuto, absolutely amazing characters. It did come at the cost of Shuren getting shafted, but who cares? Who cares about Shuren? Kokuto and Ichigo, absolutely amazing resurrections. So that being said, lads, that was the video for today. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these resurrections. Are you excited for them? I am. I don't even own them, and I'm very excited for them. I'm really hoping they do get character packs, because I'm buying all of them. Very good resurrections. Props to KLab, because they're doing a good job in this. Hopefully they can keep it up with the next batch, and hopefully they can keep it up for future resurrections, especially when we get to the 1000 Year Blood War characters. That being said, hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.